Hello, everyone. Today we are here with Lady Flautist.
Hi, everybody.
Is there anything you would like to say before we get started?
I hope that all of you who are watching this enjoy what you're about to hear. Oh, and big, big, big shout out to S Bromance for the icon you see now. That is what I look like in art form. So thank you very much, Jai, for drawing this. You did a beautiful job. And thank you very much for having me, Kevin.
Very much my pleasure. Okay, we have questions for you as both a narrator and a musician. And we will start with narrator questions first.
Perfecto.
Do you have any plans for your channel?
I do. It's just my channel is kind of on a hiatus right now because finals are coming up, but I definitely have plans for my channel. I'm going to be continuing the narrations that I've been doing. They're small ones, but they're well-known ones. And I definitely have some collaborations in mind there. So I hope that gets people excited. I also plan on putting out a few Muji covers. I asked him way back when I first joined Tumblr if I could do some covers of his songs in like an instrumental or a flute form, and he said it was a-okay with him. And otherwise, yeah, that's what I've got so far for plans.
Yeah. How did you come up with your channel name?
Oh boy, how did I come up with my channel name? Oh, I know how. It was a few years ago. I had already started college. I was 18. I hadn't visited my channel in a very long time, way back when, and well, I saw these videos of people playing piano and singing, and I thought, hey, maybe I could try that too. But what am I gonna do for a name? So at first, my name was Broadway Wishes 11 because I graduated high school class of 2011, and it worked actually pretty well for a while, until I went on a big hiatus because I was pretty damn small back then. And then earlier in the late summer, I auditioned for the local youth orchestra, and I got in, and I was so happy. And even though I didn't really change the name until I actually discovered Creepypasta, and because I was I was still playing in the orchestra at that time, which I am today. I kind of didn't want anything that sounded like creepy or pasta-ish, because those were already getting used like a lot. And then I found Lady Narration and Lady Mischievous's channel, and well, I liked their names, so I just took that and made Lady Flautist.
Okay. How did your persona come to be?
Well, I can't draw to save a life. Well, since purple is my favorite color, I decided that would be... Well, hang on a second. I'm straying. So I can't draw. Instead, I decided to hold a photo shoot. And I saw all these other personas with Mr. Creepypasta and the blue Lovecraftian character. I think he looks like a Lovecraftian character. And so there was Mr. Creepypasta with his blue guy. There was Junior with his madman escaped from the insane asylum, and I kind of wanted Persona 2. So I can't draw, but I decided to hold a photo shoot. And so my friend and I decided to drive up to the mountains of Napa, California, where we held a photo shoot, and I was dressed as my ideal persona, which is purple on top, black long skirt on bottom, fedora, and the little lavender you might see tucked into the band of that fedora, and my flute. And as for the attitude of my persona, well, she's very much like me. She's very shy, very much an introvert. She doesn't like loud places, and she loves the mountains. If that answers your question.
Yes, it does.
Yay!
How has narrating changed you?
Changed me?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's helped me embrace who I am. Because embracing who I am, I was pretty good at it in my younger years, and middle school came, and that was a living hell. Which, for anyone whose middle school years were not a living hell, I am jealous. And it's kind of helped me embrace who I am, because throughout high school I was kind of shut down. Like, you know how people are bullied so hard that they snap? I was bullied so hard I shut down. But finding this community, but when I stumbled upon, I should say, when I stumbled upon creepypasta and the narrators community, well, I had a blast. And I kind of have White Rose 555 to thank for that, for pulling me into the creepypasta narrator community, because I've met so many wonderful people, and I just had a joy talking to you guys, and even though I still have yet to meet any more big people, but yeah, it's helped me embrace who I am, and definitely help embrace my fascination and love for horror, the strange, and the macabre, and kind of have the same taste as my mom. So yeah, it's helped me do that.
Okay. How has narrating changed your life?
Changed my life. I guess it's helped me become braver, and yeah, definitely helped me become braver and a little more social. Even though I'm still an introvert, I try to make an effort. I try to make an effort to be social, though personally I think I'm bad at it.
Okay.
But I still try.
Trying's all we can do. Why did you start narrating?
My own undead curiosity. Yeah. Why did I start narrating? Well, curiosity is a factor to that. It kind of goes back to when I stumbled upon creepypasta. And I actually remember, it was a couple days after my 20th birthday back in 2013, last year. I was looking at horror movie trailers just to see what's up, and I stumbled upon this Let's Play. And it was an indie game. To be more specific, it was the Jeff the Killer indie game, which was okay, but I don't like the face of Jeff. So I watched the Let's Play. I read the description, and it says, "Look out, Jeff the Killer's behind you." And I'm thinking, okay, who the hell is Jeff the Killer? So I Google him. I become accustomed to that potato face. And then I read his story, and kid, why? I mean, I feel bad for the main character, but why? And then I found Mr. Creepypasta's narration of Jeff the Killer, and it kind of fell into that spectrum. And for an entire year, actually, not really an entire year, but for a good number of months, all I did was listen to creepypasta, and I listened to short ones, long ones, medium ones, and then I came across Creepy Baby Pasta's Q&A, and she kind of explained how she got into narrating, and I think, well, it doesn't sound that bad. Maybe I could give this a shot too. And I tried, and I tried for a little bit. I didn't think I was that good, but then I browsed the creepypasta wiki a little more, and I tried one out, and I tried one pasta from the wiki out. It got really good reviews, and I decided, okay, I guess I could keep going, and I am narrating scary stories.
That's cool. What creepypasta do you want to narrate, but are having trouble doing so?
I'm gonna have to go with, that's it. Probably right now, any long pasta at the moment, just at the moment, because I kind of haven't been doing this for very long. I'm still getting used to narrating something for, I don't know, let's say 5 to 10 minutes. I mean, the longest pasta I've done is around 5 minutes long. So I guess I'm having a little trouble getting up there, but I think the only way I can get there is just to practice and to keep it going, I guess.
What creepypasta has made an impact on your life?
Oh, geez. There's one of two I could pick from.
You can talk about two if you like.
Are you sure?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, okay. It was one. Oh no, they were both read by Mr. Creepypasta. Oh, one of the Slender Man stories. The Slender Man is real. It was about 12 minutes long, I think. Yeah. The ending really. The ending really gave me I think both butterflies and moths in my stomach. Like, I'm not sure about this. Thankfully, it was 2 in the afternoon, but when I listened to that, but still, it gave a. I've never felt that level of discomfort in my life. And the other one was it was a shorter one, a much shorter one. It was growths. In fact, recently I saw. It was the live action one that Mr. Creepypasta did. That one gave me the jitters. I felt so uncomfortable and just like, I don't want to look. So yeah, that gave me a damn big impact.
Are you talking about the growths? The one with the fingers?
Oh yes, that one.
Yes, that one was... Wow.
It's like, I don't think I want to.
What creepypasta will you not narrate?
I might get a little bit of hate for this, but I want to explain I have nothing against it. It's just not my thing. It's not all of them, but it's a great number of them. And well, it's the My Little Pony stuff. And just it's just not my thing. If you like that stuff, it's totally fine. It's just not my thing. I'm just not that into it. I might read one, which is, I think, the inspiration of how the pony characters came to be. That's probably where I'll stop at. But otherwise, most of the My Little Pony stuff, I don't really feel comfortable narrating. It's just I've heard there's a lot of graphic elements, like all the torture and the rape and the cannibalism. Just not really into that. If there's a pasta that has like a scene or like just one scene of that, okay, I'm cool with that. But if that's the theme of the entire story, no, thank you.
And we are on our last question for you as a narrator, which is, what is a fun fact about yourself?
Well, let's see. Oh, I am a first-degree black belt in Taekwondo. I don't tell that to a lot of people because, you know, they're like, oh, I could take you on. Like, no, you don't understand. And it takes a lot of discipline. That, yeah, I'm a first-degree black belt in Taekwondo. In fact, my dad and I got our black belts together, and for the self-defense portion, I got to take him down 3 times.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
The next set of questions are for you as a musician.
Oh, yippee!
When did you first get into music?
Probably when I first started singing. It's fun because I've been singing longer than I've been playing instruments. When did I get into music? Well, we used to have this little electric organ, and when you turned it on, the names of the notes would glow on the keys, and it was kind of fun, which is how I learned all the notes. But also, besides the organ, my dad is a musician. He plays jazz guitar. He's played for 40+ years, and he was playing in a band at the time, and still is. I always wondered what it would be like to be a part of a musical group, and I honestly can't remember a time when I didn't love music. My parents can't, but my parents probably can, and well, honestly, that was in infancy, but but yeah, I honestly can't remember a time when I didn't love music, and I have my dad to thank for inspiring me to become a musician.
What instruments do you play?
Well, I play flute, I sing, and I play a little bit of piano. Just a little bit. I mostly accompany myself singing on the piano. That's mostly what I do.
When did you first get into orchestra?
My piano teacher at the time, she was playing in the American Philharmonic. She was a percussionist, but she's also a jazz pianist for a very well-known jazz band around this area. She invited us to the orchestra performances, and I loved it. I thought it was awesome, and I loved watching her in the back in the percussion section, because when you play in the percussion section, you have multiple things you got to do besides just bang the drums. There's the bells, there's the triangle, there's the cymbals, there's all that fun stuff. And I loved watching her go back and forth between instruments, and it was really cool. And the music was awesome. I loved it. So I think I really want to do that. That looks amazing. And then there's an ad and then just my luck, there's this ad that comes out for the local youth orchestra, and I sign up for an audition. Well, but one of the requirements was I had to get a teacher. So I get the teacher. I take lessons throughout the summer, late spring, early summer, and I made it into the orchestra. So I have my piano teacher to thank for getting me into the orchestra.
What instrument do you play for the orchestra?
I play the flute and the piccolo. When you're a flautist, you gotta be able to play both.
What is it like playing for an orchestra?
It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of work because you are required to practice, but it's a lot of fun. And my particular orchestra is a pre-professional orchestra, so it's the one for youth that's just below the professional level. And it's a lot of fun. The music is great. In fact, we just had a concert a few weeks ago. In our Green Music Center. There's about 3 of them in the world, but it's a lot of fun because you get to travel and you get to play like real orchestral pieces, which is big for an orchestra that contains kids ages 14 to 24. But it's a lot of fun. And in the end, it is so worth it.
You compose music. When did you start composing music?
I started composing music, well, honestly, when I was 9. I never published it because I never got to publish it because it was on a different program. I used to use my dad's program to compose music, but unfortunately his system is now outdated. But unfortunately, because of middle school, I got really busy and had to stop. But come high school, I started back up again, and in college, I finally got to like throw out a couple of my works in there, which was a lot of fun. Composing music is fun, and if it's an assignment, it can be even more frustrating than just coming up with it on your own if it's an assignment.
Do you plan on publishing any of your works?
Oh yeah, I do. I am composing right now for one of my stories. It's an SCP story. I'm kind of writing themes about them that kind of shroud the main character. So yeah, those are in the works. You may hear a string ensemble. Actually, that one's already published. The string ensemble's already published. I plan on writing a brass choir, a woodwind choir, and I'm leaning towards publishing a full orchestra, but that's gonna take a bit of time. I also make arrangements, so as soon as my few Muji covers are done, first I'm gonna send those to him and ask him if it's okay, and then we'll see about publishing those.
You actually recently did a collaboration with Muji. What was it like working with him?
That was amazing. Well, that was what's the right word? It was a pure joy. I really enjoyed working with Muji. I honestly did not expect him to message me on Tumblr, but I guess he found the tag. I tagged one of the tags that I put under my Jeff the Killer Sweet Dreams cover was excuse me. One of the tags was music, but it was spelled like kind of how Muji, except music, and he found the tag, and I honestly didn't expect him to contact me. And he said he really liked it, asked if he could put it on his channel. I said yes. It was a lot of fun. We talked for a long time about the music, and it turned out really well, and I'm so happy so many people liked it. And I'm even more humbled that Mr. Creepypasta used it at the end of his Jade the Killer narration on Halloween. It was really heartwarming.
You did a very beautiful job on it.
Thank you. Honestly, I still feel iffy about my own tuning, but I'm glad. But Muji said, no, trust me, you're fine. I'm a music student, trust me. But otherwise, I'm happy that people like it. So thank you.
Do you plan on going anywhere with your music career?
Yeah. Currently, well, first of all, what I really want to be is I want to be a professional flautist in one of the working orchestras in this country, and one of those stepping stones is auditioning. Right now is my final year at the JC I'm attending, and I've already signed up for auditions for a couple of schools I want to go to. One is down in the Southern California area, and one is right here across the creek from my house. So I hope I pass those auditions, and I would audition for a third one, except they don't have the degree that I'm seeking, which is a BM in performance. A BM is a Bachelor of Music So that's what I'm really aiming for right now.
Well, best of luck on that.
Thank you.
Yeah. And our last actual question for you is, do you have any advice for any musicians just starting out or struggling with their music?
Any advice? Well, I can tell you this. Practice is frustrating, but it can also be fun. If you're just starting out an instrument, or if you're struck and you want to play for fun, or you want to make it into a career, or you want to teach it, I think the best I can say is don't stop doing it. I have met so many people who played an instrument in their earlier years, and then like middle school or high school, and then they stop because they didn't think they were good. And I've also met other people in my high school band who played an instrument and were really good, but that wasn't their long-time goal. And honestly, it has been proven scientifically that music helps to learn, and it helps to learn. It helps to soothe yourself. Well, it helps to calm yourself, if you know what I mean. And I find it so sad that people stop affiliating themselves with music. And all I can say is push yourself. Don't stop. Music is one of the best things that people. Hang on. Music is one of the best gifts that people can give.
Okay. Well, that is it for the questions, but before we end this, would you like to play the flute for us?
Sure. Let me see. Oh, it got cold again. Hang on. Hang on, just let me warm up a minute.
Take your time.
There we go. Is my mic blasting?
No, it sounds okay to me.
Okay, good. That was Ashokan Farewell. It's a very famous old piece. It's mainly used as a music theme for the Civil War, for the American Civil War. And when I heard my friend play that, okay, it's okay. When I heard my friend play it on violin at the end of her scholarship speech, I fell in love with it.
It was very, very beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Is there anything you would like to add before we wrap up the interview?
I hope all of you enjoyed listening to this interview, and I hope you liked my playing. um, Definitely going to be putting out more videos with me playing flute in the future, so be on the lookout for those as soon as this hiatus is over. And thanks again very much for having me, Cabot. This was fun.
It was very much my pleasure. Thank you for allowing me to interview you.
You're welcome.
For anybody who has not checked out her stuff, make sure you check the description below. There are some links for you to check out, so definitely go and subscribe and look at those. And I guess that is it for now. So again, thank you very much, and bye everybody.
Be safe.